I've just got back from a little shopping expedition and this is what I've managed to pick up. But have I wasted my money or not? So I've managed to buy myself, all in one go, a little Stanley compressor and some little air tools. Well, I'm not even too sure what I've got, to be honest. It's the first time I've really looked at them. So that looks like probably an impact driver, I guess. That's obviously some sort of air drill. That looks like an air cut-off tool. That looks handy. Saber saw. Some sort of saw that takes a hacksaw blade. That's going to be really useful on the old MGC. I'm not sure. That I think is just, I'm guessing that is just an ordinary power wrench, like a power ratchet maybe. I've no idea, never had one before. And that one looks like a second power ratchet. What's this one? Oh, that's an interesting device. Descaler. Never owned one before. I've seen them used on YouTube. That could be useful on the old MGC. I hope that one works. Made by Parkside. And of course, everybody has one, and that is a tyre gauge. Okay, I've got a couple of those already. Now, they do have that type of fitting, and I can't remember. In fact, I think some are different fittings looking at this. Some have got that fitting, which is more of just a push hose. The majority of them seem to have that type of fitting, whatever that is called. And I'm hoping that matches up with this air hose that come with it. Now that again is very useful. I've got one at the moment, but it's permanently fixed up in the workshop. This one would be very handy for pumping up tyres out and about. That's assuming, of course, that everything connects up. Let's have a quick gander and see. Yeah, that is obviously the fitting for that. But will it work? Right, let's drag it down into the workshop and have a look. Right, so I've got the tools down in front of the workshop. Let's plug in the compressor and actually see if it works. Well, that's quite impressive. It soon pumped up to about 110, 115 psi, so certainly no problem with that so far. Let's plug in the tube and see if the tube works, the airline, see if the airline works. So this is a Parkside air hose. Okay, so it's a Parkside air hose, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. Parkside. Parkside. Do you know, I've got a feeling, and I might be wrong, that Parkside is the old name for Snap-on. But I'll have to check up on that because I could well be wrong. Anyway, let's plug it in and see what it's like. Well, no leaks so far. Okay. So let's plug in the first tool, and the first side is this little tyre pressure gauge. Parkside again. I think Parkside is a pretty good name from memory. Oh, blimey. Oh, no leaks, crikey, no leaks at all. Pretty good. Well, it's an air hose, it works. I've got a couple of others, but you know, hey, it's another air tool, isn't it? All that little Parkside air hose. Let's try another one. What have we got here? So, second tool on test is looks like a something or other pneumatic. It's very hard to read. Anyway, basically it's a CP air drill. There we go. Let's plug that one in. Whee! Oh, a bit of a leak on that one. Oh, mind you, it's only because it's not done up tight. Oh. Okay, so I've now put a bit of PTFE around the air hose. That should stop that leak. So we'll just test that. No, I didn't stop it. I'll have another go. Okay, so I've retaped the end, this time put a bit more on, just on the off chance that it is leaking out of the gun and out the joint and not the gun, but I think the reality of it is it's leaking slightly out the joint, but it's very, very minor, and to be honest, nothing wrong with that at all. Let's try the next one. Okay, so this one is a, not even sure, looks like RIR, is that? Perhaps you can read it, I can't. RIR. What's it got on there? Okay, so you've got an ordinary ratchet. Oh, it's a quarter drive ratchet, not half inch, that's interesting. Left or right for turning. Let's connect her up. Oh, no leaks, that's all good. No leaks on that one at all. So let's push the lever. Oh, look at that. That's fun, isn't it? Does it go the other way? So got a little 3/8 socket. Let's throw on the 3/8 ratchet. There you go. Look at that. Can I hold it? Certainly turns all right that way. Let's turn it the other way. I can't stop it. No air leaks. How about that? Second-hand tool. Fantastic. 3/8 ratchet. Bargain. Okay, so next tool to test, I'm afraid, is another 3/8 pneumatic ratchet. This one's got CP as a brand. You see that? It's got CP on it. It's also got that mysterious hole in it. I don't know what that's for. Maybe that's to put the air, maybe that is an alternate place to put the air hose. I don't know. I would have thought it would have leaked when I plug it in. We'll see in a minute. What else is on there? Not a lot. That's about all it says, just CP. Could be park tools again, I suppose, I don't know. Anyway, let's plug it into the airline and see what it's like. See what it's like. Oh, that's got the wrong fitting on it, so I need to change the fitting. Let me have a rummage and see what I've got. Right, so I've got an air fitting, put some PTFE on it. I'm just going to tighten it up a little bit. Okay. But on close inspection, I think I'm wasting my time, because that hole there, which I wasn't sure what it is, seems to go right the way through to the button. So there's nothing actually to operate the button. So I think someone at some point has removed that. There's been a problem with it, with the valve, and they've removed it totally. So I think the air is probably just going to come pouring out of there. But we'll plug it in and we'll see what happens. Let's test the next tool, and that's this descaler. Now this is an interesting beast. I really hope this works, because I've got some serious use for this on the old MGC. Interesting thing, isn't it? Never used one. It's quite animal, doesn't it? Okay, so the make is CE, Parkside. Parkside, there you go. Parkside. Looks okay. Buttons there. Don't know what that is. Looks, maybe it's a relief valve or something, or a pressure valve. Look on the end, little pressure variation maybe. Let's plug it in and see if it works. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I have a finger on the button. Okay, the button's a little bit slaggy. Oh no, she's working all right now. I reckon I'll put a bit of oil on that first and we'll come back. Okay, so we're back, and I've just put a little bit of GD85 on it. It's a bit of lubrication. Let's see if that's improved on the operation. Ah. Been a little bit of air leak. The button seems to be working fine. Don't know if you can hear that. Ah, that explains that. I'll put a bit of PTFE tape on that and we'll have another go. Okay, so I'll put a bit more PTFE on the joint. Nipped it up a little bit. Let's plug it in and see if we've sorted it out. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of leakage out of the actual lever itself, but it's minor. In actual fact, if I push the button lever right out, it virtually stops. But it's very, very minor. What a great tool. Can't wait to start using this.